to Let's Hear It, episode 55. Today's guest is our old pal Dan Horne. He was in episode 9 of Let's Hear It back in August of last year, and he showed us his Alembic Series 1 bass. He just got another bass from Alembic yesterday. This is apparently the way they started off. It was making Guild Starfire basses into their own version of that. So they would rip out the electronics, make it into a new thing, kind of customize it the way they felt like it. And they did that for Phil Lesh. They did it for Jack Cassidy. And now they've done it for Dan Horne. Dan will tell the story of where he got this bass. And then he sent it to Alembic, and they have Alembic-ized it. Apparently it was Alembic-ized once before and has now been re-Alembic-ized. Neither one of those things are words, but that's what we're calling it. So let's say hello to Dan Horne. Hi, Dan.
Hello there.
How are you?
I'm good. I got a new toy.
Okay.
So this is a Guild, like a '68 Guild Starfire bass that Alembic has had, and they've done their modifications too. They call it Alembic-ized, or that's what it's been called over the years.
Oh. So tell me what's going on with it. I see lots of switches and dials and...
Yeah. So they, this is, it's kind of how they got started. It was Phil Lesh had a bass, and they were like, "Oh, let's make it sound better," and they, added all their stuff to it. And it was a Starfire was their first one, and then they did one for Jack Cassidy too, I think. And then a couple more. That was kind of their thing to get started. They didn't just before they got started making them from scratch. This is what they would do. So it's their electronics. It's this. They kind of let me pick. I got the Series 1 electronics, which is the same as my other Alembic. I was kind of thinking I could just kind of swap them, and they would have the same like volume and all that. So I got the same electronics. And then I don't know. So but this bass has a kind of a funny story, which is cool.
We like funny stories. Let's hear it.
Yeah, you gotta have a story with an instrument. You can't just go to Guitar Center and buy it.
Correct.
So this one, my friend Pipe, he lives in Mexico City, and we're good friends. He knows I like Alembic, and I was into Alembic stuff. And one day he hits me up, and he's like, "Hey, I found this bass. I'm pretty sure it's an Alembic, and it's for this guy is selling a bunch of basses." And so, are you interested? And he showed me, and it was, he just recognized this logo because it doesn't say Alembic on it. And I was like, yeah, that looks cool. So, but it was really kind of vague, one of those deals. And but anyway, I was like, cool. I think that even if it's weird, it's cool. So I bought it, and he shipped it to me with and then it showed up like totally wrecked. There was a big hole right here, and all this stuff coming out. The wood was ripped, like someone had just taken the F-hole and like chunked it open. So it was basically useless. So we don't know what happened there. He was like, oh, it was probably customs because they're super strict, and they probably thought there was drugs inside or some sort of contraband, so they just decided to open it up, and that's how they did it. So who knows if that's the true story, but that's what we kind of came up with.
I like that story.
We'll stick with that because it's fun.
Okay, good.
And anyway, it was destroyed. Luckily I got a shipping, it was insured, so that was good. Anyway, so I was like, this thing is still cool. You could still play it. Like the bridge was still intact. It was just all the electronics were kind of ripped out. Actually, so I was like, this is salvageable. I called up Alembic, Micah at Alembic, and they were like, okay, cool, let's take a look at it. I brought it to them. It's funny, I actually played it at one show at the Huichica, which is in Sonoma, which is right by the Alembic factory. So I went and played one show with it, and it kind of worked. And then I dropped it off with them, and they've had it for a while. They've been through a lot, and they're busy, so it took them a while. And so then they like just now, yesterday, I got it finally. So yeah, it's got the they made a new, pickup plate, which is really cool. It's koa wood with a little bit of, the multi layers here. And then the pickups are cool. Series 1. They said I'm the first person to get the rainbow foil. That's a new thing they're doing on with their logo, which I'm psyched about. Kind of cool because this was on there already. So I guess that's part of the story I kind of didn't include. This was Alembic-ized. Well, I guess I said that, but this was Alembic-ized by someone mysteriously a long time ago. It's a 68. This looks old, right? This inlay is like, gotta be 70s at least. Same with this. It's all big old brass thing. They don't really make them like this anymore. So anyway, so they were like, they took all that, a bunch of the old electronics out. The bridge is still from the original Alembicization and this tailpiece. So yeah, they put new pickups in, and then they put new electronics, and then this piece of wood here is also new koa. It looks pretty cool. Anyway, that's about it. Oh, that's another thing. The hole that got ripped out, they replaced. It's cool. They cut out a nice, shape here that they could glue a good solid piece of mahogany in there. That's mahogany. This is mahogany. The original top is mahogany. Back is mahogany. Neck is wood of some sort. Oh, I kind of like this feature. The old tuners were still on there, the Schallers, and for some reason one of them is gold. Kind of reminds me of like a gold tooth.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty cool. So they were like, "You want new tuners? Brand new ones?" I'm like, "Do the old ones work?" I'm like, "Yes." Okay, keep them. I think they're cool. Anyway, so you still gotta. I plug it into the old, the power supply. Mm-hmm. They have their power supply, which is cool because then you never run out of batteries on your 7-hour concerts. It's cool electronics. 3 pickups. You got your. You gotta learn how to play them first, which I'm working on. So. And then switch to pickups. The bridge pickups got that real nice nasally tone. And then I always like to have all the pickups on. And then also it's kind of cool. There's a little bit of, I had them install a bass boost, which they don't usually put on. So they designed a little bass boost circuit, which is, I specifically like to have a bass boost on the bass so that when you're doing a show, you do sound check, the front of house engineer, sound engineer is happy with the way everything sounds. I can still turn it up without them knowing. So I can turn the bass up even louder just to kind of throw them for a loop. So I don't know if you can hear it. You probably can't hear it that much. Matt will be happy about that because he's editing the video, right? So it's for him specifically. It's probably hard to hear because I think it's like 50 hertz, so it's not going to come through on a phone or something. But once we're in like a, the theater or something, I think it'll be really cool. And also I can do it like, I can flip it on whenever I want. A little bass boost. Drop some bombs. Anyway, that's about it. Any questions?
So it's been re-Alembicized after its original Alembicizing.
Yeah, dual Alembicization.
Yeah.
And I think there was a stage in between, because some of the stuff that I got was really janky.
Yeah.
Alembic would have never done. So
it
they
looks
kind of
amazing
like
now. It looks so good.
they rescued
it sounds
it.
good. I can tell through the phone before I even hear your proper recording. I can tell it sounds great.
Yeah, it's cool. I got right now. They put these strings on. They're just regular round wound. Maybe I'll put flats on it or something. I don't know. I literally just opened up the case. So.
Well, amazing.
Yeah, I'm pretty excited. It sounds pretty similar to the Series 1, but obviously it's got the hollows. But I really like the neck. It's just super smooth. I think it's probably been slightly refinished. Like Starfires often have more of a thicker lacquer on the neck, and this is like oil. Oil finish. So it's pretty cool. But yeah.
Cool.
Pretty stoked.
Well, go ahead and shred for a moment or two, and then I'll let you go back to your day.
Okay. Let's go all pickups, huh? Is that cool?
Yeah. Awesome. So
I like how, yeah, it's nice. It's nice you can reach up there. Why would you play up there if you're a bass player?
I saw some video. I actually saw some video this morning of Pino Palladino, who of course is great, and he was up there. He was up there at the top of the neck.
Yep. I enjoy bass solos. I don't know if you do. But
I mean, I can do it. I can listen to somebody solo on bass. Now, if it gets into the 8 to 10 minute range, that might be.
Yeah, perfect. Especially when you get the wah pedal going.
Awesome. And you're going to be nice enough to give away a Dan Horne t-shirt because you put out your first EP a couple months ago, which is now on Spotify and other streaming services. And he does a great cover of Arlo Guthrie's song, The Motorcycle Song. And there's a great video that goes with it.
I don't want a pickle. I just want to ride on my motorcycle. And I don't want a tickle. 'Cause I'd rather ride on my motorcycle. And I don't want to die. I just want to ride on my motorcycle.
If you've watched this video to the end and you subscribe and put a comment underneath here, we'll pick out a random winner and I'll get in touch with you and we'll send you a Dan Horne t-shirt and your life will be complete.
Yep.
Yeah. A very rare Dan Horne t-shirt, I might say. They're just getting out there.
Yep. They're new. There's a few
All right,
left.
Dan. Well, thanks, man. Thanks for showing us the Alembic-ized, re-Alembic-ized Guild Starfire bass.
Cool. Thanks for having me again.
All right. Ta-ta.
All right.
Okay, well, thanks to Dan Horne for joining us today. Check back in the next couple of days for another episode of Let's Hear It. And if you want to subscribe and post a comment below, a random winner will get a Dan Horne t-shirt. Why not? I think it features Dan on a motorcycle, which is great. Okay, see you in a couple of days.